Hi there. Okay, this is video number 5, and in video number 5 we're going to talk about the shortcut icons, and these ones I'm referring to about this section up the top here. Alright, now starting from the left, when you actually hover over these, it actually gives you the title of what they are. Alright, so this is a new chart section. Alright, you can come over and actually use the 6 major Forex currency pairs. Some people say there are only 4 major currency pairs, but in truth of the matter, there are 6. Okay, we have the ECM Forex here. Well, this is basically the same as this as well. Okay, but what it's doing here is just showing you the 6 shortcuts to the major currency pairs, and then it's showing you all the other ones as well that's listed. Alright. This one here is for your profile stuff. You can leave that well alone, don't really need it. This one is your market watch window, so if you want to take a look at the currency pairs on other currency pairs, you can do so by doing that. There's your data window that we talked about before, and here is your navigator panel. Alright, so you can go ahead and access all your indicators and what have you. And then down the bottom here we have the terminal. We've got like the trade, the account history, alerts, mailbox, experts, and the journal tab. Alright, and here we got a strategy tester. Now a strategy tester is where you can go ahead and choose your expert advisor, which will be like this one here. Choose a symbol that you would like to test it out on, and then just go ahead and click on start, or you can change the period settings and what have you, or you can change these kind of data here to like the start and end date where you want to test your robot. You've got visual modes as well, so you can slow it down and see performing as it goes along, so you can work out how to fix any weird occurrences that are happening and what have you. Alright, here is the new order button. Alright, and then you can choose your symbol there if you decide not to choose the currency pair that opens up. So by default, whatever tab you are on the bottom here, it will open up and link it up to the appropriate currency pair. So if I go over to the Japanese yen and click on new order, you can see that the symbol is automatically selected there. Alright, you got the volume. This is how much you can trade. You can trade more than 8 lots here if you want to, by typing in a different number like 20 or something like that. Once you enter your price, you got the stop loss and the take profit values. Now this is an ECN account, but it doesn't do it on smaller accounts. You can actually go ahead and enter in the stop loss values and the take profit values and what have you, but we'll show you later on how we can enter those in straight away. Alright, we've got pending orders. With pending orders, you can go ahead and put your stop loss and take profit values in. You might remember me talking about like the FTC and this, that, and the regulations. Sometimes, I don't think the brokers really have that much choice over the MT4 trading software, but I'm not really 100% sure of that, whether they've actually restricted this kind of instant execution, so you can't actually have a stop loss and take profit in there. So, anyways, moving on. This is the expert. On here we've got the meta editor that opens up that little platform in there. I'll just close out of that, and where we've got the expert advisors. Basically, if I apply the expert advisor on, in the top right hand corner you have a little smiley face in there. Alright, here is the bar chart, here is the Japanese candlesticks, and this is the line chart. And if you want to zoom in, go ahead and use that zoom in button. Alright, this one's actually been hashed out. Some people ask me, how many times do I zoom in? Well, first of all, I'll zoom all the way out, alright, and then zoom in slowly until I can see the candles kind of like that look like this. Alright, I don't want them too small. I only want to bring them back this small when I'm doing further analysis to see what's going on the left hand side of the chart. Okay, but when I'm looking in real time, I might want to sort of really focus on the candle formations. Okay, then we have the auto scroll, and this will actually move the chart automatically to the left. Then you have the chart shift. Here is where you can go ahead and add new indicators. Alright, and here is where we can change the periodicity of the time frame, so we can change it to a 30-minute time frame chart if we want to. This section here is where we can actually go ahead and apply templates, create templates, save templates, remove templates, and what have you. So here's one for the momentum. It's a different template there. If we want to remove that and choose maybe the Williams, and so forth and so forth and so on. Alright, now here is your cursor, which is what you see right now. Here is the crosshair, and this will bring a crosshair out. Now you can actually press your left mouse button at the section where you want. So let's say, for instance, that I wanted to work out what the pip difference was from this section here to there. What I do is I take my cursor down to below that candle and then left click and hold the left mouse button, and while I'm moving my cursor, my mouse, you'll see the number to the left says 14, then the one in the middle says 627, and then the one on the right says 82.273. Well, the first number represents the how many bars have gone by from the destination point. All right, from its starting point. Okay, and then the number in the middle, 627, represents the points. Okay, now we're using an ECN broker, which is a electronic communication network. Alright, and this is where most of the traders come in, and going through the proper market orders and going through the proper system. It's not like it's being ponzied out like most other forex brokers do. They create as many networks as possible, forex broker networks as possible, and they sponge off each other. So if one broker's low on funds, the other broker will come in and bail them out. Alright, to keep them their head above water. That's what they will be doing, and this got caught on, and then they said, like, they've knocked out saying that you need 5 million starting capital, and then like 10 million, and then 20 million. So they're trying to make it difficult for people to create new forex broker companies. Now FX Open is actually going through an intermediary bank. Alright, so this is what an ECN account is. Alright, so with ECN accounts, they actually measure the currencies in terms of points, but what we're seeing here is 627 points, or 62.7 pips. Okay, so if you're trading at $10 per pip, i.e. one trading volume, then that 62.7 point pips is going to work out to $627. Okay, that's how much you would have made, 62.7 pips. Alright, and the number to the right is where the actual crosshair is. That's the actual price. So if I move it, you can see the price moving along with it. Alright, so it gives you a good idea, to see where the number is for projected targets and what have you. Right, here we have the line tool. Alright, so we can sort of mark off a certain point. We can use this for analysis a little bit later on. We'll show you a little bit later. Here is the horizontal line tool. We can use that for support and resistance levels, demand and supply levels. Then we've got the vertical line tool. We can use, draw trend lines and stuff like that with. Then we got the esquitron, I think it's called. And this basically creates channels for you as well, which works out pretty well when you're using breakout strategies and stuff like that. Then you got the Fibonacci tool. As you may know or may not know, is that everything in this world is governed by the rule of 0.618. Like for instance, your TV, the width is 61.8% larger than the width. By the height, I beg your pardon, give or take a few percent. Your monitor, or a pack of cigarettes, or a car, the length is always 61.8% longer than the width. Okay, so it's like windows and credit cards and stuff like that. So Fibonacci came out with a system, and phenomenally, when you trade in the right areas, you can actually apply this Fibonacci on the chart, and you can work out how much it's going to retrace, i.e. how much it's going to reverse. Alright, so they normally come through quite often. Alright, here we can add some text, and here we can add some arrows. Alright, and then we've got this one down the bottom here, which normally is up here, but because I've minimized my screen, it's on the bottom. But you don't really want to have two sections like this. You want to go ahead and move it up to there, or you can remove it off completely if you want and go ahead and use this little icon there. Right, but here is the same thing. You can change it to 1 minute time frame, 1 hour, daily, and so on. Alright, so that covers the shortcut icons, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Alright, bye for now.